Hello guys, with the name of God Ram Ram, I'm very happy to announce that recently one of my students, Vivek Haldar, has cracked Amazon as well as Google internship in 2025. So, congratulations to him. If you want Amazon online assessment 2025 best roadmap, you can check this video. And if you want the day live training and one-to-one mentoring by me and the job referral support, you can check the link here. Okay. And guys, if you're watching this video, we are going to solve recently asked Intuit online assessment problem for CTC of 38 lakhs, which they give to SD1. Okay. So before I go ahead, guys, you need to know that from this prerequisite course, which is really very, very good, please try doing it from hashing till the end. You should try to do it, and then you will be ready for any kind of DSA, hard unseen DSA OACP problems. Okay, you will at least be having the basic foundation to understand the solutions and get some intuition logic. Okay, now if you are someone who wants to crack online assessment of Intuit, you should know that many students are giving Intuit OA in 2025. Okay, this thing should be very, very clear to you. Stay away from influencer DSA sheets as they consist of easy standard DSA problem, which is not at all enough for cracking hard unseen DSA problems of OA of top tech fangam companies. Indulge yourself in OA plus CP training and lots of practice to be done for hard unseen DSA questions on specific topics of OA plus CP. So guys, the prerequisite is that you will have to understand hashing plus prefix suffix concept properly from this link with acqna.in. Okay. So guys, this was the problem which was asked. You can see here. So is basically they are saying that tell me how many, given a binary array, how many arrays in the given array are valid. That's what they are asking. See, let me show something very important to you people. Ram Ram. Listen, you should do this activity for 15 to 25 minutes daily. Chant the name of God Ram Ram in every ingoing and outgoing breath like this. This will lead you to moksha and amarlok, which is the ultimate goal of your life. So do it properly. The next thing which I want to tell you is that they are saying that we have given you a big binary array. So guys, make sure you read the question properly and you do the prerequisite course, because if you do not do it, you will not understand the hard level concepts I'm going to explain here. So a binary array is given to you. 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 1. Okay, something like that. They are saying that a subarray from index I to j is valid. Subarray is called as valid if and only if the count of, it's written here, right? Count of 0 divided by count of 1 is in the form of x to y, and x to y is in the minimum possible form. Okay, so you will not have to divide anymore. Anyway, so count of 0 divided by count of 1 is x by y. Count of 0 divided by count of 1 is x by y. So let's say guys, your x is given to you as let's say the x is given to you as 2 and y is given as 1. Okay guys, love you. Ram Ram. Now listen properly. So guys, you understand, you want count of 0 divided by count of 1 is equal to x by y. Let's say in the question they have given you x as 2 and y as 1. So how will you know if a subarray is valid? You can run a O of n square brute force, right? What will be the O of n square brute force? You will run two nested for loop. I will go from 1 to n, and then the j will go from I to n. And inside this, you will be having I comma j, where I comma j indicates what? I comma j will indicate the subarray from I to j. You can travel from I to j. I is the start point of the subarray, j is the end point of the subarray, and you can know how many zeros are coming here and how many ones are coming here. So you can check if C0 by C1 is equal to x by y, but this can give you decimal point floating error. So you should do cross multiplication. If C0 into y is equal to C1 into x, that would mean that yes, this subarray is valid. So guys, for our test case, can you guys tell me which subarray is valid? Any one subarray which is valid? C0, C1, 2 by 1. So any subarray where C0 by C1 is 2 by 1, this is a valid subarray. This is a valid subarray. Why? If you take start pointer of the subarray as I and end pointer as j, what is C0 by C1? How many zeros are there in this subarray? Two zeros. Single one, 2 by 1. Guys, 2 by 1 is equal to x by y, and x is 2 and y is 1. So guys, see, the same answer is coming. Sometimes the equation might not be reducible. So you need to be careful. If x was 24 and y was 12, even then this trick should work. Why? Because what is x by y? It is, if in the input 24 and 12 was given, 24 bata 4, 12 ones are 12, 2 by 1, it is 2 by 1 only in the, it is in the reducible form if x and y are co-prime. If GCD of x comma y is equal to 1. So now we don't know what kind of input they have given, but let's assume that, input might not be like that. Okay. So let me show those things to you. From the image we have that, right? Ratio. Okay, okay, okay. It is such a nice question. I have really fallen in love with it. I love DSA and I love teaching you people. So guys, the O of n square brute force solution is clear, right? You will just travel. See, you brute force, you can see all the subarrays starting at index 2, all the subarrays starting at index 1. And you can just do brute force. If 0 into y is equal to x into 1, then the job is done. But guys, I will show you the pseudo code also because I really love you people. Haha. So you guys can see reading the array, then I equal to 1, I less than equal to n, using one based indexing, j equal to I, j less than equal to n. Then guys, very very important thing. If this is really important, okay, listen to me. If something is 0, 0 plus plus, if something is 1, 1 plus plus, if 0 into y is equal to 1 into x, the job is done. So you guys understand these things, right? Now guys, for the efficientest, like for the optimization, let me write with blue color for your lovely optimization, guys. So for the optimization, you need to know, for the optimization you need to know some tricks. You need to know a very special trick, and that trick is called as the subarray problem trick, where you are trying to make a mathematical relation from I to j. Whenever you are trying to make a mathematical relation from I to j, you should know that you are doing the subarray I to j trick. Okay, this thing should be very clear in your head, clear in your mind. So let's say a subarray is valid. Let's assume a subarray is valid. Okay, so before that, let's say this array is given to you, B array, 0 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. Okay, you will create a prefix 0 array, P0 array, and you will create a P1 array. P0 array will tell you that how many zeros are there from index 1 to index I. Okay, we always do that in hashing prefix suffix problems. So how many zeros are there in this much part? There is only one zero, right? So I will write here 1. Then here 1 0 here also. How many zeros in this much part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Guys, similarly you can make for like prefix 1 array, P1 array, which counts basically P0 of I will tell you count of 0 in the range of index 1 to I, and P1 of I will tell you the how many ones are there in the range 1 to I. So P0 I, P1 I, you need to know. So how many ones are there in this much part? No one is there, 0. In this much part there is a single one. In this much part there are two ones. In this much part nothing, 2 2 2 2 2 2. In the end it's becoming 3, right? In this much part how many ones are there? 3, right? 3. So P0 array and P1 array is there. Okay, so now listen to me carefully. This is the subarray, right? This is the subarray. Subarray from index I to J. Subarray from index I to J is valid. Let's say that this is valid. So when will it be valid? Let's try to analyze that part. Subarray from I to J is valid. Subarray from I to J is valid. We have to count all the valid subarrays, right? We have to count all the valid subarrays. So when it will be valid? If always love your mother and father, have faith in God, plus good health plus good mindset, respect family, listen to your mother, father, and parents, but do what is right, and have faith in God, good health, good mindset. Ram Ram. So guys, count of 0 divided by count of 1 for this subarray needs to be x by y. What is the count of 0? Count of 0 is nothing but the number of zeros from index 1 to j minus the number of zeros from 1 to I minus 1. This is I minus 1 index. So this can be written as P0j. This will be written as P0j minus P0 I minus 1 divided by how many ones are there in this part I to j? P1j, number of ones from 1 to j minus number of ones from 1 to I minus 1. This needs to be equal to x by y. This equation we have formed. Now guys, we will do some cross multiplication. Then what we will reach, it is shown here in the document. You can see this pref 0 j minus pref 0 I minus 1 divided by pref 1 j minus pref 1 I minus 1 is equal to x by y. Now what will you do guys? Cross multiplication. Pref 0 j minus pref 0 I minus 1 into y is equal to x into, I hope you know how to do cross multiplication. Y will go here, x will go there, right? This is equal to this. But guys, in the hashing and the subarray problems in my course and many videos of mine, I have taught this technique many times. What is that technique? That little nice technique is that you always have to separate the I variables on left hand side and j variables on the right hand side. Why do we do that? Well, that's just a well known OACP trick. So now you have learned it, right? So take all the j on the left hand side and I minus 1 on the right hand side. What will happen? Multiply y with this, x with this, x with this. You will get this condition. Pref of 0 I minus 1 into y minus this should be equal to pref 0 j this. So guys, that's it, and the problem is getting solved. So when is, if this is index I and this is index j, when is this thing valid? This thing is only valid if this situation is getting satisfied. Which situation? P0 I minus 1 into y minus P0, okay, P0 I minus 1. X and y are given to us. P0 I minus 1 into x, P0 I minus 1 into y, sorry, into y. P0 I minus 1 into y, P0 I minus 1 into y minus P1 I minus 1 into x. Can you see I minus 1 is same at both the places? If this quantity, if this left hand side, if at index I you have to calculate this thing, which you can easily calculate now. X is known to you, y is known to you, and P0 I minus 1 is also known. You have done the pre-calculation now. You calculated the P0 array, you calculated the P1 array, so calculate this LHS. If this LHS is equal to RHS, what is RHS? P0 j into y minus P1 j into x. If this left hand side is equal to this right hand side, guys, then done, problem is solved. So guys, how will you know? So guys, now this has become a very simple question. How many pairs are there in the array such that LHS is equal to RHS? How many pairs I comma j are there in the array such that the LHS value which you calculate at index I is equal to the right hand side value you calculate at j? If this is equal, it means what? It means that I to j is a valid subarray. So just calculate how many pairs I comma j are there which are valid. If a pair I comma j is valid, it means I to j is a valid subarray also. So guys, this is a standard hash map problem, right? For each index I, what you will do? In the hash map, you will store this value p0 I minus 1 into y minus p1 I minus 1 into x. Now when you are at index j, you will calculate this value p0 j into y minus p1 j into x. Now check in the hash map how many times this RHS has occurred at indices from 1 to j minus 1. If it has occurred 5 times, it means there are 5 I pairs which are valid, which can bond with index j. Okay, let's say this is this is index I. This is your index j. This is your index I. Okay, this is your index I. This is your index j. Okay, I1, I2, I3. Let's say I1 and I3, we have to calculate the values at these positions, right? For LHS, let's say here the LHS is coming as 1, here the LHS is coming as 5, and here the LHS is coming as 1. Now at index j, when you are traveling, when you are at index j, you will calculate the RHS value, which is what? The RHS value is P0j. It was given here, right? It is P0j into y, P0j into y minus P0 1 into x. This value RHS is, let's say, coming as 1. So j will bond with which pairs? Basically at every index j, you have to see how many indices are there in the start whose whose LHS is matching your RHS. So our RHS is coming as 1. It is matching with I3, j is bonding with I3 and j is bonding with I1. This means I1 comma j is a valid pair and I3 comma j is a valid pair. So you have able to calculate all the valid subarrays or all the valid pairs ending at index j. So for each index j from 1 to n, you will try to calculate all the valid pairs. Okay, and you will need to know some nuances like storing something in the hash map already for zero index, because we start from index 1 and things like that. So let me show you the pseudo code. I am rushing through this problem currently. You can read all this important data for yourself. Okay, I'm rushing through this problem currently because I want you to do the prerequisite course. If you do it, you will understand. Okay, many people write no experience required. That does not mean that you will easily get shortlisted. You need to have SD internship experience to look attractive to the recruiter. You need to have many good coding profiles, 2000 plus rating on lead code, good rating, expert rating on code forces, specialist, good rating on code chef. You need to do it. You cannot give up in your life. Okay. Now listen up. I will show you a possible sample code, and like it is a correct sample code, not possible. So just go through it. And pref 1 array, pref 0 array. See guys, I'm counting how many times ones and zeros are coming. Kk of 0 equal to 1. Why? Because at index 0, Number of zeros are what? Zero. Number of one is what? Zero. So 0 into y minus 0 into x will be 0, right? J equal to 1, j equal less than equal to n. So guys, this is the RHS, right? Now I want to know how many times has this RHS G has come. It is nothing but it has come for kk of G times. Kk is the hash map. This tells the number of valid subarrays ending at index J. Now once this is done, you need to store its value. Why? Because it will be used in the future. Obviously guys, once you calculate the answer for J, now you are going to J plus 1, right? You are now going, see, if you have calculated the answer till J, then you are going to the next index at J plus 1, right? J plus 1 will want to know all the data from 1 to J. J plus 1, when you are at J plus 1, you will calculate the G value here or the RHS value here. You would like to know na, how many indices from 1 to J have their LHS matching to this. So whatever at J, whatever LHS you calculated or whatever RHS you calculated, you need to store it somewhere. I know the index is I minus 1, but we are only using I because it is working in our case. We want the bonding between I minus 1 to J. But if you see carefully, I minus 1 is nothing but just an index. So you can consider it as I also without changing the meaning of the problem. Bonding किसके बीच में हो रही है? बॉन्डिंग हो रही है आई माइनस वन से जे के बीच में हो रही है रियल में. इफ आई माइनस वन टू जे का ये मैच होता है ना, दिस मीन्स दैट आई टू जे इज अ वैलिड सब एरे. आई माइनस वन को तुम यू समझ लो, तो यू से जे के बीच की बॉन्डिंग मतलब ये इंडेक्स की जो वैल्यू आ रही थी वो ये इंडेक्स की वैल्यू से मैच करा है. क्योंकि फॉर्मूला एकदम सेम है. नोटिस करना फॉर्मूला क्या है. फॉर्मूला इज यहाँ पर आई माइनस वन को यू डाल दो तो क्या आएगा. प्रेफो यू इंटू वाई माइनस प्रेफ वन यू इंटू एक्स इक्वल टू प्रेफो जे इंटू वाई माइनस प्रेफ एक्स इंटू प्रेफ वन जे. इसका क्या मतलब है. एक्स टू वाई की बॉन्डिंग तभी होगी जब एक्स का सेम टू सेम फॉर्मूला वाई से मैच होगा. अगर एक्स के वाई की बॉन्डिंग हो गई, इसका मतलब एक्स प्लस वन टू वाई इज अ वैलिड सब एरे. तो हमको तो बस काउंट करना है वैलिड सब एरे, एग्जैक्टली थोड़ी जानना है एक्स प्लस वन से वाई है. सो जस्ट वो पेयर्स फाइंड कर लो एक्स कॉमा वाई या आई कॉमा जे या आई माइनस वन कॉमा जे यू कॉमा जे वॉट एवर यू वांट. सो सेम थिंग हैज बीन डन. तो इसी इंडेक्स की इसी वैल्यू को स्टोर कर लिया हमने. इट्स अ वेरी डीप इंट्यूटिव प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट. If you want a deep video on this long one, I will attach the video recording of the long form also in the description of the video. Okay, so good night, ram ram. Make sure you check the code guys because the price is currently very low. It's soon going to increase, so I want you to take the benefit properly before that only. Okay, our students keep on getting selected on a daily basis, 20 plus LPA. I want you also to be here. Ram Ram. And guys, lots of free courses are also there. This 51-hour DSA OECP course, guys, very very important. Please try to do it from start till the end. It will literally change your life. Ram Ram.